Scott's Dairy Freeze in downtown North Bend. It's a Sunday afternoon and it's early June, and we're headed out to the middle fork of the Snoqualmie River. Today we have Randy Fleming as our tour guide. He's our hiking and biking content editor for NorthBendEscapes.com. So Randy, say hello.
Hi everyone, this is Randy.
So Randy, what do we got going on today? Where are we headed up to today?
We're headed up the middle fork of the Snoqualmie River.
And what is the difference between the area that the middle fork covers versus the two other forks, the north and the south of the Snoqualmie River?
Well, let's start with the south. So the south fork is the one that goes up where the I-90 corridor is. So the South Fork will have Olallie State Park, Snoqualmie Pass, and a lot of interesting things in between. And then the North Fork is off to the north of North Bend. That's kind of a different story. There's not much going on there at the moment. So we're headed for the middle, which is really one of the most beautiful areas in the Cascades near North Bend.
Right, so I read your article on it on NorthBendEscapes.com, and you said it's the least populated wilderness area in this area, mostly because it was all logging at one point, and then they're no longer doing logging up there. It's just a wilderness area now, right?
Exactly, and say 10 years ago or so, you used to be able to drive up a lot farther than you can now, so they've closed off the roads, and so now we're going to be biking up one of the closed off logging roads. So the area has been, in the last 15-20 years, restored to its natural splendor, and it's an amazing area.
Right. So now they paved the first 12 miles of the gravel road that all the locals talk about. You know, it's like the Jeep Club used to go up there with their Jeeps because it was a really rough road for 12 miles, and I guess now they've paved the first section of it. Is that correct?
Right. So the paving was done a year or two ago. It's very recent, and it's the first 12 miles in.
Right. So now that's a beautiful biking, like you can do a street bike ride up there through the mountains, you know, along the river before it turns off to gravel. It's a great place to run if you're a runner, right?
Yes, you could do that. It's probably an even better place to run, though, in the late winter, because sometimes with the snow they close off the road to vehicles, and then you can have a blast in there if you're not having a vehicle.
So now we're about a mile outside of the center of downtown North Bend, and I think we've got about another mile and a half to get to the trailhead. And when we get there, we'll start up another segment.
Well, actually, I think it's more like 12 miles, but
no,
yes.
To get to the entry of the...
Oh, the entry to the middle fork, yes.
Right, correct. Okay, we'll start up when we get there.